and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a what's for dinner video. I'm not sure if I've done these in the past. If I have, I'll put them together in a playlist for you. But today I'm doing a what's for dinner. I'm going to start here with making another batch of iced tea. I like to just buy the tea bags and make my own iced tea at home. I do buy it sometimes. Just depends on the price and my time. But I do like to make it at home, so that's what we're getting ready to do here. I'm going to boil that water, add a tea bag, let it soak. And then I'm also making some chicken soup at home. Susan had requested soup. I did not have broth, so that's what I'm using for my broth, as well as those egg noodles, the medium size. Once the broth is complete, then I will add some of those in, but not until then. I'm going to take these together. Just the cream of chicken. I like to use the cream of chicken with herbs, but I couldn't find that, so I just used the one I had. And then also some chicken bouillon for the broth. I added that all in, and I think about 10 cups of water altogether, because we will have to add those noodles in, as well as the chicken. So you want to have good broth in your soup, your chicken noodle soup. Then there's all of the seasonings I used. I believe salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, basil, oregano, and parsley. I think that was all of it. I'm going to get that all in here, get it all mixed up. Probably going to let it simmer for at least a half hour, 45 minutes. I like it to basically cook until it's more clear. It won't be completely because you're using the cream soup, but just so that it's all kind of mixed in real well. Not necessarily clear, but you know what I mean, completely combined. So once that is completely ready, then we will add the noodles, and then hopefully my chicken will show up, which you'll see later in this video, and I can pull that off the bone and get it in my soup. So here the tea has a couple more dunks. That was what was left from the container. And waiting on the tea to soak. Soup's boiling. Egg noodles are still waiting. Looking good though. It's getting there. While that's simmering away, I'm going to make a side of cornbread casserole. I just use a regular old Jiffy Mix as it is on the box, and add a can of cream corn. And then here's a nice close-up of one of my favorite bowls. I love this bowl. I've had it a long time. It's getting pretty worn, but I still love it, and I'm going to use it every chance I get. So there we go. I'm going to make that using that bowl. Here, we're going to do a few more dunks on the tea. Looks like it's pretty close to done. Basically just pour it in the container and then fill the container the rest of the way with cold water. Add in the sugar while it's warm before I add the water, and then it's good to go. It sits in the fridge until we use it. Soup's looking good. And that's the pan. I gotta get that all buttered up. Ever since we moved, I don't have a spray container anymore. Mine got dented and leaked, and I haven't gotten a new one since then. I've just been using butter or margarine, whatever I have. So we're going to preheat this to, I believe, 400, and get started on the Jiffy Mix. Like I said, you just follow the instructions on the box and add 1 can of creamed corn. It makes it so it's a lot more moist. I do like cornbread, but it always feels like it scratched up my mouth or feels gritty. Does anyone else feel that way when they eat cornbread? But when I eat the cornbread casserole like this, it doesn't feel like that. So that's my preferred way to have cornbread. So just waiting on the oven to preheat. This broth is looking pretty good, and I believe my order should be showing up any minute now. And when that shows up, I will throw the noodles in while I get the... Sorry, I was distracted. While I get the chicken off the bone of the few chicken breasts I ordered. So we're going to get this in the oven. And the tea is all done, complete, looking good. Broth is ready for noodles. And, oh, I think our order just showed up. I just pulled this cornbread out, so that is perfect timing. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? I poked it in the middle with a knife. It's done. All right, let's get the egg noodles in here and get that grocery order. All right, I'm back. Only a few seconds for you, about 10 minutes for me. All right, I just have a small order here from Safeway. Just a few items that I needed to make it through the next week or so before I could do a bigger shop. And here's a little overview of, sorry I'm out of breath, a little overview of what I did get to make it through the week. I'll start over here with these two burger patties. I had ordered just plain ones. They did not have it, and this was a substitution. And it's fine. I'm just going to fry them up and use them for tacos. It was cheaper to get 2 of these patties than it was to buy a pound of ground beef, so that's what I did. It came out just fine. Anytime I've used patties in the past, so. And then here is just some fried chicken breasts. I had ordered the baked, they didn't have them, so I ended up with that. It's fine. I'm going to take those 3 breasts and pull them apart and put all the goodness and stuff in there, the fatty stuff, in with the soup. And then here I have some fajita mix for later in the week for chicken fajitas. Some sugar for tea and coffee and baking. Cream cheese, corn tortillas. Tortillas are for tacos, which will be tomorrow. Tonight we're having soup and cornbread. Some honey barbecue chicken breast. And here is some of the larger deli pepperoni. Pretty big, and the girls like that. And also here's some feta. I really like feta in my salad as well as my scrambled eggs. Do you like feta? What do you put it in? Heavy whipping cream for cold brew or just coffee. And Gatorade. Susan hasn't been feeling great. She has a cold, so she had requested chicken noodle soup and Gatorade. So that is what she wanted, so I ordered that. And that is it for this small haul in the middle of this what's for dinner video. But one of these items is for dinner, this right here, the chicken. So I'm gonna pull all the meat and goodness off of those, put it in the soup, and then while the soup is simmering, I'm gonna get everything else put away and cleaned up. And the meat there, the burgers, are for tomorrow. Cream cheese is for next week. Fajitas are for at the end of the week. And it's just a small haul from Safeway. Let's see, I think it was it's probably a little less than $30 altogether. Wasn't too bad at all. Yeah, right around $30, $35. I can't remember off the top of my head. But that's an approximate price. All right, and get back to the soup. Doesn't that look good? Everything's all mixed in there. I've got my Loch Ness Monster spoon. If he's full, he stands up. He has to be full. If he's full, see? He stands up. Isn't he adorable? Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and you have a good night.